Battery operated hedge trimmers are absolutely awesome, and if you want to buy a mammoth one, there are some out there that'll take almost 1-inch pieces of wood and just tear them to shreds and get a job done really quick. But if you want to do something that is a little bit more precise and you want to have something that's a little bit more maneuverable, you're going to start to see these smaller models come out. This is a small CRAFTSMAN model that is a dual purpose machine. I'm going to show you it. This dude's $69 with the battery and with a charger. I think that's awesome. We're going to go over this guy top to bottom. Stay tuned. So this one-handed CRAFTSMAN hedge trimmer is the Stanley Black & Decker model. So it is available at Lowe's and other places. It is the V20 series, and it comes with a 1.5 amp hour battery. That battery does not have a fuel gauge on it. So it's a nice battery, and it's well suited for this small hedge trimmer because it doesn't use a lot of juice. Unfortunately, it does come with this small charger, but if you do have other CRAFTSMAN V20 tools, you can use your other charger, or you can use that charger on larger batteries, but it's just going to take a little bit longer. This tool is super simple to use. We just throw the battery in, and there is a safety on the trigger. You just push that forward with your finger, and you are off and cutting. It's a single speed, not adjustable, very simple. If you want to switch from the 8-inch hedge trimmer over to the grass shears, you just pull that cover off, pull this up. Very simple here. There's some grease in here, and I would keep this well greased if it was mine. Just throw this guy in, make sure it lines up, push it down so you see these little 4 pegs through, get your cover, put that back over, and when you push in the button, push it down. Ready to go. This thing works great. It's nice and light, easy to maneuver, and I think that is probably the best part of it. It's just very simple to use. I am not an artistic person, and when it comes to landscaping, I'm just gonna go right there and tell you I suck. And I don't do it as much as I need to because I'm not really good at it, and I feel like when I'm done, I don't have a great result. But give me this one-handed hedge trimmer and I feel a lot better about going through and doing things because I can massage it through, and I don't tend to make big mistakes with it because it is not cutting as fast and I'm not cutting as large of an area. I feel very comfortable in this tool with the rubber overmold and this small lightweight tool. I feel like I can kind of massage everything into where I need it. I'm not making many mistakes. It's not overly ripping things apart, and I'm able to just take my time and do it right. I love that about this, and it just makes sense. I'm not having any trouble going through very large pieces of wood because what I'm cutting at home doesn't have that big stuff, and if it did, I would probably just use a different tool. So for just maintaining and keeping a bush intact, this is absolutely perfect. I switched over just to try the grass shears because it just seemed to make sense. It is kind of the wrong season for grass shears in the spring for me, but I would love to use these in the fall because I end up using a very large 24-inch hedge trimmer to take these things down. And it's hard to kind of get the grass together with the rope, hold it, cut it down. This small bit would allow me to kind of grab things, hold them, move things around, and just trim things up as they should when I'm taking the grass down. Absolutely love that. Now I wanted to take the grass shears over to some thicker grasses, and when they're dead, they get a little hard. And I just wanted to see how well it did there. And while they worked well, I would probably rather use the hedge trimmers in that situation. The hedge trimmers seem to work a lot better and cut right through it without issue. And I would probably rather use these smaller hedge trimmers as I got my hands in different places, and I would be able to control this small 8-inch hedge trimmer much easier one-handed than the larger 24, plus the fact that this will only get a 5/16 inch twig. It gives me less of a chance to get my finger in here Not that my hand should be anywhere close to this, but as a safety factor for most people out there, you're gonna not be able to take a finger off with this, which is really good. And by saying that, I am not taking away safety. I'm just saying that that's a little bit different than when you're using something that will take a 1-inch twig out without question, and your fingers are anywhere near that. This one-handed stuff is something you have to watch. Make sure your fingers are nowhere near this stuff. You do not want to get into that. But overall, this is awesome. For someone who just has a couple bushes around their house and they go out and want to just manicure and make them perfect, get everything down, $69 for everything, including the battery, I think is a deal. And it's something that I think a lot of people use. So I'm curious to hear what you guys have to say about this stuff. It is not contractor grade. It is more light duty. It's going to be a homeowner stuff, but at the same point in time, it's easier to use for most people, and it's cordless, lightweight, easy to move around, and to me, does a better job for me, the less experienced guy. So I think it's super awesome and something that you should probably check out. Overall, guys, comments below. Give us a like on this video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Thank you for your time. Have a great day.